Hello guys, so today we'll be working on an animation. This animation is a bit more complex than the ones we've worked on previously with Lottie. So today the animation is going to be based on custom paints and yeah, basically custom paints. So it's just like a circular slider. So we drag the knob and it goes around the circle and increases the volume. So that's it. Yeah, let's get started. So before we get started, I already created a bunch of things like the UI on the simulator right now. So all we need to do is to basically create the slider, increment the volume, and also make the art feel when it's tapped. So yeah, um, I already created the color list in the detail class and also a bunch of things we're going to be needing for our calculations like polar, radian, angle, and normalize. So yeah, let's get started. So in the home screen, I think I added a container for now. Let's create the circular slider. Which is basically going to be a stack. Then the children, one is going to be custom paint, and the other is going to be basically the container, which will be the knob. So let's add this circular slider to our home screen. After adding the circular slider to our home screen, we can go back to circular slider and now implement the custom paint. So the custom paint, the child, let's add a container for now. And then the painter. So class slider painter extends custom paint, custom painter. If you need a beginner's guide to custom paint, I created a video on introduction to custom paint. I'm going to link it to this video if you need to watch it. So return true. So here we need to draw. What we're looking to do is basically two arcs. One is going to be down and the other is going to be on top of it. So start by getting our center. Then create the rect. The radius. So we can create a radius variable here. Okay. Put the slider painter in here. Yeah, the next will be to create our paints. Window paints. sweep gradient. So we're going to call our colors from the utils that file. Let's create shaders, rect. Okay, the next thing we need is style. Actually, we can go ahead and just draw arc. Canvas.draw arc using the rect. Start angle, we can use 0, and then the sweep angle, let's import the math class. This center false. And then the paint here, this is going to be the first arc, the one underneath. So we won't be using the rainbow paint, we're using other paint. So it's basically going to be here. So now we have basically a circle drawn on our screen, a black circle. But we don't need a fill. We need it to be like stroke. We need the paint style to be stroke. So we can change that. Paint style with stroke, and then the stroke width. Also, we can create a stroke width. Let's see. So we'll just use it here. So now we have basically a ring instead of a circle. Now we need to draw the rainbow ring also. Basically draw arc using the rects, and then start angle. Start angle can be 0, and the sweep angle, let's make it math.pi, which is basically going to be the center, the middle of the ring. Then this center is supposed to false. You can use the rainbow paint here. So now we have something like this, and we need to change the stroke, the paint style, and the stroke width of our rainbow paint. Let's start the stroke width is to stroke width, and also the stroke cap. Stroke cap dot round. So when we do this, we have something like this. So the next thing for us to do would be to basically work on the knob. We are going to be we're not going to be drawing the knob, we're going to make it a regular widget using uh, a bunch of things like container, and yeah, basically using the container. So let's create that knob. Container height 60, width 60. In a decoration, I basically just add the knob somewhere under the custom paint. Color, actually I have a color code I'm going to use. 623. And then Also, what's the inside the border? Let's move the width a bit more. Please. So we have the knob right here, just chilling around the corner. So we can wrap the knob in, let's say, positioned widgets. Left, let's make it 30, and the top also 30. So yeah, we have our knob and our basically like our slider. So now we need to actually do the main thing, the animation, making the slider actually making the rainbow fill move as we drag the slider. So this is going to involve a little bit of calculation, but I'm going to try to explain as much as possible. So here I would like to create a few variables um like the canvas size, the center, and some of that around there. So size of space. So pass this canvas size into the size of the custom paint. And click on the thing of the center. So the canvas size of center. Let's say 0. So also need to create a few other things up here. Like the start angle. Which is going to be to radian of 90. And then the total angle, we are dealing with the circle here. The total angle is basically 360. The radian of 360, sorry. Radian 360. And then our current angle, which is going to be 0. And let's pass some of these values down to the custom painter. Most especially the start angle. This is 0 start angle. And also here. Start angle, start angle. Okay. Okay, so that's better. Now it's starting from the bottom here, going to the top. Okay, now the next thing would basically would be for us to actually wrap the knob in a gesture detector because we want to drag it. So for us to capture this dragging, we need a gesture detector for that. Gesture detector. Let's get rid of the const here. And then now gesture detector, we need one main thing, which is the on pan updates. This is of details and also the unplanned starts. So here, we need to get the render box. So just so we can access the global to local function, find render objects, render box, and then we need to put our current drag offset. So here we just update our current drag offset. Global to local. It tells us global position. Here we can basically use our current drag offset, that's the Y, the X. Now in the plan updates, we need to do a little bit of calculation actually. We need to get our previous offsets. And then we need to update our current drag offset. So now this is dragging a little, not much, not as much as we want, but it's dragging. So now the next thing would be for us to actually work on our angle. Angle, current drag offset, center, minus to angle. Okay, so here we need to pass in our angle to this slider painter. So it updates. Total current angle. And then we use this for the sweep angle here. Current angle. So now our slider is moving and our knob is dragging, but it's not exactly corresponding. But at least this is progress. So we're almost where we're going. Next will basically be to just position our knob very well where it's supposed to be. So we need to create an offset, call it knob position. So this is going to be basically polar our current angle plus our start angle using our radius. So using the knob position rather than the drag offset. So I'm going to basically dot. So basically, I just noticed that our knob is going to opposite direction, and that's because I need to swap the Y and the X actually. So now our knob is right on position. So you can slide and slide and slide and slide and slide. And then the next thing will be to basically update the volume right here. So for this, we can take in the callback, the value change. It should be a double, call it angle changed. Then here, I make it this dot of angle changed. So in the home screen, can basically collect the angle here. But then we need to actually finish it up by sending it current angle. So now in the home screen, we are going to get the angle, and then we need to do some calculations to get our volume. Integer, smooth integer volume is close to 0. Start from 0. So we can make there is a volume widget somewhere around here. So basically, our volume is going to be equal to the angle divided by master pi times 2. Sports math. And then multiply it by 100. 6 days. Okay. So integer, because the volume is an integer. So now when we do this, our volume also updates. So as we drag, the volume updates, everything's all right. But then we need to do one last thing, actually, which is to animate or to just switch this art button. So we can make a boolean liked, which should be equals to false, and then colors that's red. And if light, pattern icons that's outfield. So for this one, we just need to basically update light goes to light and set states. And then we have this. So basically that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please can ask in the comment section. If you have a video request, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye. Thank you.